everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fajar Kurniawan. I'm accounting student in Bandung Muhammadiyah University. In this video, I will presentation about tax collection system. The definition of the general tax provision and procedure law is a formal law that contains regulation regarding the procedure for the implementing tax collection by the state. The tax collection system is a mechanism used to calculate the amount of the tax that must be paid by taxpayer to the state. In Indonesia, there are two types of the tax collection system. Number 1, self-assessment system. Number 2, official assessment system. Number 3, withholding assessment system. Self-assessment system. Self-assessment system is a tax collection system that involves the determination of the amount of tax that needs to be paid by the taxpayer concerned. In other words, the taxpayer is a party that plays an active role in calculating, paying, and reporting the amount of tax the tax service office or online administration system that has been created by the government. An example is the type of value-added tax and income tax. This tax collection system was implemented in Indonesia after the tax reform period in 1983 and until now. The characteristic of the self-assessment tax collection system. Number 1, determination of the amount of the tax payable is carried out by the taxpayer himself. Number 2, taxpayer play an active role in complementing their tax obligation, starting from calculating, paying, and reporting taxes. Number 3, the government doesn't need to issue a tax assessment letter unless the taxpayer is late in reporting, late in paying the tax owed, or there is a tax that the taxpayer should have paid but not paid. In this tax collection system, each taxpayer play a passive role, and the value of the tax payable will be known after the issuance of a tax assessment letter by the tax officer. This tax collection system is generally applied to the land and building tax. The characteristic of official assessment tax system. Number 1, the amount of tax payable is calculated by the tax officer. Number 2, taxpayers are passive in calculating their taxes. Number 3, tax payable exist after the tax officer calculates the tax payable and issue a tax assessment letter. Number 4, the government has full right in determining the amount tax that needs to be paid. Withholding assessment system. In this system, the amount of tax is calculated by third party, who is not a taxpayer and is not a tax officer or tax authority. An example of a withholding system is a deduction of employee income by the treasurer of the relevant agency. So, employees no longer need to go to the tax office to pay the tax. The characteristic of withholding tax system. Number 1, taxpayer and the government would not to play an active role in calculating the amount of the tax. Number 2, the related agency or company as a third party the calculated tax amount. Number 3, taxpayer need to attach proof of withholding or tax payment slip together with an annual income tax return or value-added tax period tax return. Using self-assessment in Indonesia. In this fact, the Indonesian government has carried out reform in the taxation sector, one of which the change in the tax collection system was from was originally an official assessment system to a semi-assessment system and withholding system after the issuance of Law Number 8 of 1967 concerning change to improvement to tax collection procedure. Until now, the self-assessment system as regulated in Law Number 6 of 1983, is still in effect. Even the law has undergone improvement, namely with the issuance of Law Number 28 of 2007 concerning the third amendment to Law Number 6 of 1983, the law in Marco Law of Variation other provision in the field of taxation. Thank you for attention. Sorry if my presentation sound bad. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.